the manners to say hello first?
Knock, knock. Whoa, what's this, a party?
I really owe you guys an apology.
You may take a break, not us. We never take a break. We're always on. PPRNradio.net. Music 24/7.
He's not your average radio guy. In fact, he's not even average.
He's not even worth listening to.
The Peter Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
Hey! Yellow. He's a horse. His eyes, he is a Peter.
Yep. Yep.
The Peter Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
The Peter Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
A very blunt person, unfortunately.
Not hard enough.
All right, we're here. We're here. Yeah. YouTube, we're turning it off. I know. Can't have music playing. I know. Oh, yeah. That's good.
Did you write that music? Then get it off!
Get it off, man. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I hate everybody.
Thank you.
Can tell. What are you gonna do?
That's all good, man.
Why is it black? It's not supposed to be black.
It's racist.
It is. It kind of is. Last minute fucking cancels. Oh man. What's everybody up to, I guess? All right, stop fucking messaging it. I heard you. All the noises.
That was me. I was answering it back.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude.
What's everybody up to? Anything?
Oh shit. Bought a new car.
Rich?
Not much for Wednesday.
No. Bought a new car?
New car?
Did, yeah. Oh, I'm in the process of buying a new car. I'm waiting for the loan to get approved.
Nice.
So that'll be awesome. Hopefully that happens because I need a new car. But otherwise, yeah, that's my big news.
Nothing ever works right. I can't get this screen to work. It's supposed to have Boo on here.
They make a pill for that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's supposed to say. Supposed to have
like,
second screen on here, and it's not. Shit, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Well, Boo, if you're listening, we love you and we miss your face.
Yeah, he's coming. He's just
Lucky
running
him.
behind. That's what they do. They run behind. What's that noise?
I don't know. Something's creaking.
Is it? Oh, you know, it might be the heat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it might be the heat. I can't get Boo on here. This is bullshit. Like, this fucking program always fucking messes up.
It ruins men forever.
We'll see.
That's a funny thing about
1 second here.
trying. You can't go back. That's exactly why you should
Let's identify.
tons of shows.
2, 1. Okay. Yeah, you got it right.
Is it like an ad on YouTube or something going
Oh,
on?
yeah,
What is
I know.
that? I hear like a thing in my.
mute
Like,
it.
what's going on?
I forgot to mute it.
That's all good. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't just going
No,
crazy.
it's there.
It's like I'm hearing the voices again.
No, it's there. It's there. Okay, I guess I'm not going to be able to put fucking Boo on
No.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Will we at least get audio? Can we at least get him to like just phone it in?
You know, I can. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. I'll be able. You'll be able to see him, but like the
It'll just be like a picture, like it'll lag or whatever.
No, you'll be able to see him. It's
Oh, like YouTube won't be able to.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, like, I mean, I can swing it. Let's see.
Maybe just aim the.
No, it's not the camera. It's this fucking program.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like aim that camera like at your screen so people can people see him.
No, I know what I gotta do.
I got you.
I know what I gotta do. I gotta fucking reboot, but I'm not doing it tonight. So,
Hmm.
Who knows if he'll even show up?
He said he would.
All displays. Well, that worked. Kind of know.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Weird.
What is? Okay, so that's black. Can't have black. That's not a racist thing. You can't have black.
Always bet on black.
I guess I can do this, and then like put Boo over here. I guess. There we go.
Awesome.
How's that work?
Ooh. Well, it looks really good up there.
Yeah,
I don't know what it looks like for the people at home.
Bullshit.
But you know what really
Anyways.
matters is are we having a good time? If we have a good time, they'll have a good time,
Are they though?
even if they can't see it.
Like, let's see. I should fix these things before. There we go. No. Anyways, I'll figure it out when he comes.
Yeah.
So what you guys been up to?
Same old.
Yeah, right.
Keep busy trying to keep up with all these.
Get a little closer there, Rich.
Trying to keep up with all this crap going on in Hartford now.
Move to 3. How's that?
Move to 3.
Yeah, because then you won't have to extend it as far. All right, let's try that.
That better?
Yeah, there you go.
All
Yeah,
right.
right.
All right.
So what were you talking about? Crap going on in Hartford, like with the.
They started with the tolls.
They
started the committee meetings today, the public hearings.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So now, what do you do? I don't think I've officially met you.
What do I do?
Uh,
Work for a large insurance company.
Oh.
I do some stand up on the side.
Okay. Cool.
And Peter and I are like two of the only lovers in the state.
Yeah, Dane's not.
No, but I'm very much just
He's open-minded. He's just
That's
not.
all
He's not us.
That's all that means. That's all you need is open minded.
Is it though?
Yeah, trust me. It's.
I mean,
is it open-minded though? I don't know if I want to call Dana. I don't know what I want to call him.
I tend to be a libertarian. I'm kind of like, you
There
do
you
you, I'll do me, and we leave each other alone.
Yeah.
Ideally.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You don't want to give him a label.
I appreciate that.
No.
Well, you do, but you don't. You know what I mean? You do, but you don't.
Fucking pussy.
No, it's not
I know.
that. I don't know. Like,
I'm not saying you say that, but I'm
no,
sure there are people that.
I don't know what. Like, you don't even know what to tell people or say to
No.
people anymore.
You can't say anything anymore without somebody getting pissed off about it.
No.
Anything.
Yeah. That's it's funny.
You can tell how liberal he is. Look what he's drinking.
That's actually That's Dr. Pepper with crack and rum in it. So I call it a Dr. Kraken.
Is it Dr. Kraken?
It is Dr. Kraken.
What does that mean?
It's I just said it's Dr. Pepper with crack and rum. Kraken like the black.
You got
spice
rum in there?
Yeah, it's rum and it's basically rum and Dr. Pepper is what it is. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
And I
said.
just throw it in this fancy video game themed bottle.
Oh, I thought it was something you'd buy at like
Yeah, no, it was-
liberal store or something.
I thought he said crack and rum. I was like, wow, that's a heavy drink.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
like
it's
that bottle.
Yeah, right. It's from there's a video game, Fallout 4. This bottle is like there's like a soda that they drink in the game. It like replenishes your health. And this I got this at GameStop, and it's just like a replica of that bottle. And then I just was like, I can put my Dr. Kraken in that, and it'll look awesome because it's like I'm drinking soda from the soda bottle.
Oh, Amanda's watching.
Hello, Amanda.
Oh, you can't see anything? I'm sorry. I got to change the camera around. My bad.
Make
There
sure
we
my
go.
good side.
There we go.
She likes that.
That better? Okay. That's better.
Fun. Good. Yeah, it looks like people can see us now.
No,
Hi,
they can't.
people. No, they still can.
Yes, there you go.
I can see us, and that's all that matters. Hi, me.
I'm on TV.
Soon, Peter, soon.
No.
Yeah.
So, how goes it in the world of trying to piss people off?
It's a fun racket.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel, you know. It's great.
You could tell, like, when I go through my Facebook feed, you can tell, like, who I don't even like. Sometimes when I'm fishing through, I don't know whose name it is. I just see a picture or a post, and I'm like, yeah. There he is. There he is. And it's not, you know what it is? It's not even like it's about. Hold on. I know. I like dancing too.
What was that?
You coming?
Oh, it's good.
I'm trying.
Oh, hey, girl. How you doing? Huh?
Show us your
Damn, you look like you just got caught in a snowstorm.
You see?
Hold on, I'm gonna put you up.
There he is.
Here I am.
Hey, bro.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right. Definitely you got caught in a snowstorm, though. Shit.
Well, it's time for a trim. It's definitely time for a trim.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
It looks distinguished. It's
Oh,
wisdom.
I tell way too many dick jokes to ever be distinguished, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Well, you just talk about what you love. That's all right.
That is very true. Talk about what you know.
What the hell did I just do?
I don't know.
Oh, hang on. There you are. Okay. So I got to put you on one somehow to get. All right. So we're going to put you on one, desktop one, so I can. All right. So let's do this. I just got to get you situated for some reason. The screen is. Oh, God, this is going to be fucking terrible.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, we're on the air. I'm fucking around today. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm fucking around today. So, okay. So, there you are. Okay. So everybody can see you. So, okay. So, make this bigger so they can see you, and then there you go. Right? You see, Boo?
I see, Boo.
Okay.
Okay.
For some reason, the fucking monitors got fucked up. So now I have to, in order for everybody to see you on YouTube, I have to take away from what these guys see of you. So, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. It's. I have to do it. So everybody gets their dose of Boo.
Well, and for those of you who were waiting for me, I apologize. I was running late this evening. But I'm here, which is more than I can say for some.
Oh, low blow. Hey. All right, so let's finally get this show on the road. So, it's times like these where, and it's nothing against it, and it happened last night. It's times like these where you got to just start like figuring out what you're gonna do.
Well,
like if you're friends with everybody and you love everybody, fine. It's just like there's no communication, and that's the problem. Like when you're trying to build a brand, there's no communication. I realize everybody does this for free. I realize they come here on their own. I get it, And if you've seen how fast I'm coming up, then one day it might be, may not be rewarding. But it's these are the times where you remember stuff like this. I don't mind if you have things to do. Fine, tell me. Like you trying to get you on here. It was 3 weeks to get you on here, and then last week with a snowstorm. And it's like, you know what? Last night I just got fed up, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna do it, and I just didn't do the show. But it's like it's hard because I'm trying to build a brand here, and I can't. So I try to get away from guests, and as soon as I get away from guests, no, don't show up. And then you get the my bad.
Well, you can always treat it as if it were your first broadcast where you were doing it all by yourself. I'm just saying. I mean, when the show must go on. So if people don't show up for whatever valid reasons they may have for not showing up, if people don't show up, then you do it on your own.
I'm not Rush Limbaugh though, and if I did a show on my own, it would be like that. So no one would tune in.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like we do this for 6 hours a week to get away from shit. If I can't, if I can't voice my opinion without people getting offended, then fuck it.
That's not worth it. Yeah.
It's not.
It's your fucking show.
Well, I could turn this fucking studio into a fucking living room and be done.
You could have a foosball table.
I got my Mondays. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need this shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I miss it. I love my show. I love the way it used to be. I love the way it is. I love the new people. I just don't love the fucking non-communication. Like I built this room to where I can just turn it into a living room. It's a man cave right now. All I gotta do is get rid of this table. Like I can reverse the table and make it a bar. And I can fucking, mix my DJ shit at night and be done with it and watch TV down there in the summer when it's cool. And then every Monday, that's my radio time.
What is that clicking?
Oh, that's me fucking being miserable.
Oh.
I do a lot of this PPRN to help people like flourish in their career too. Like this is an outlet for people to come and be political or be musical.
Or both.
Ever since, or both. And ever since I got the gig at PLR, like I got people messaging me that will never listen to the show, never support the show, never. And I don't care. You're fine. You got a life. But they got something to promote, and it's like, all right, someone's going to be at this place in Bridgeport Saturday. Well, can you have Chaz and AJ say no?
Yeah, it's like that's
no. When I was posting my show was on, or when I was posting I'm going to be here, you didn't say a word.
No.
And I don't mind if you don't want to help promote. Fine, you don't want to promote. You got a life.
Yeah.
Right.
But don't ask for me to fucking help you either.
Yeah.
Because you got to be at the point like where you got to be an asshole now.
You get otherwise you get trampled on.
Yeah.
And you do, right, Rich? You do. Like, you do. Like, just because I'm a Trump supporter and everything else doesn't mean that I'm this thing that, is racist and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and I just use that as an example. I'm just saying I don't know. Like, people want and then don't want to give back.
Yep.
And I've always been the courteous person to where, like, if I'm not going to be somewhere or do something, I'm just going to tell you straight up I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've sugarcoated things with my kids because you don't want to hurt their feelings. That's a different story. But, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm sitting here waiting. And what if you didn't show up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or what if Boo got sick?
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
We're here.
Well,
and I don't have ample time to cancel.
Right.
What, Boo?
Well, I know that there have been, and I really don't want to call anybody out by name that's on the thread, but I do know that at least one person did give you notice, like at least a week's worth of notice that he wasn't going to be here tonight.
That was last week.
Okay.
That was last week's notice. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was last week's notice.
Well,
and I'm supposed to assume. I don't know. I'm going to be called a dickhead or whatever.
No, I mean, I think anybody who knows the situation would understand why you're upset. Like you said, we are volunteering our time to be here, so it's not like you're paying anybody to be here. So it's like,
right.
On the one hand, you feel like you can't be mad, but it's still your show. Like you said, you're still trying to do a thing.
I just got asked the other day to do a fucking public access show and just scratch PPRN and go do that from now on.
No shit.
Yeah. I got asked.
Yeah.
To revive a show, a studio in Stratford, and I said no, because I dedicated to you guys.
But wait, to be clear, I'm not getting paid tonight.
You got beer in the fridge if you want. And you know what? I wish I didn't say no.
No, what are you doing? You got your own shit. You got your own stuff here, man.
Exactly, man. You said yourself, you're trying to build a brand. Sometimes that.
But you know what?
If anybody, it's a hard road sometimes.
If I can be on that public channel and it's all over Cablevision from Greenwich to Milford, you don't know who's watching, especially people in Greenwich.
Of course.
Well, I have a question. Is there any way that you could broadcast one of our shows on public access?
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna take my show and maybe not do it twice a week anymore, and then do it once a week on TV.
That's pretty cool.
And is that an option?
I'll re-meet with the person and ask him. Yeah.
Okay.
They asked me.
That's cool.
Well, I mean, I don't see a problem. I mean, have they heard the show? Do they?
Yeah.
Know?
Oh yeah.
So then,
it was more of a thing from what I do on Mondays than this, but they know what I do on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So
What, getting sports with drunk?
No, from Chaz and AJ.
Oh.
This is where I'm getting all my, can you do this? Can you do that thing? Like today on the radio, Dane heard my name before I even heard it. Like some guy was just randomly asking. So this guy asked somebody to do the polar plunge, and they didn't ask Chaz and AJ to do it. They asked for me to do it.
Yeah.
So that's like recognition. Like they wanted to, why don't you have Street Pete come and do this? Yeah. Now he might have said that because he knows Chaz and AJ wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, it was more like he's like, maybe if he was like, we're doing this thing, and maybe if one of you guys, or if you want to get one of your interns like Street Pete to do it, that's what he said. But it was like the fact that he named you as the guy and not just not just anybody else. Yeah. Like I thought that was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the things, like now those are little things that in recognition. But like all right,
you're doing something.
So if you don't want to be here no more, let me know. I can shut it down for a week and go find others. Like I've been doing all along. Like we got rid of one and we gained another one the week after. That's what I got to do. I got to keep it going. I got to find someone that's going to be here. And I don't understand. And listen. If we have to not do it once a month so people can get some rest, well, so be it. I got a house shit. I got shit to do.
Well, I think a lot of it too is it is the winter right now, and that does suck for people sometimes getting out in the
but in the summer, no one wants to be in the house though.
Yeah,
in the studio.
I feel you.
It's hard to explain without getting anybody upset. It's just
no. I mean, I get where you're coming from, though. You know what I mean? Like,
if you can't be here for a month, you're gonna tell me?
Yeah.
When?
I would tell you if
the night of.
As soon as I found out, I'd be like, "Hey, Pete, on Tuesdays I got a thing."
2 weeks in. 2 weeks in.
But I wouldn't. If something like that came up, at this time. I don't.
But then I have friends that said to me, "Well, if you know what, if you need help on the days that you're slow, I'll be there."
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like I have a friend right now that's on the show right now that said that.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going through a hard time, so if you need me to fill on Tuesdays, I can do that, and it's fine. And that's what I like, and it will go a long way. Yeah. Will you ever get anything out of this? I don't know. You might. But if I get something out of it and I get asked to bring 4 or 5 people or 3 or 4 people with me, guess who I'm going to bring? The people that want it and the people that respected it.
Yeah, right.
And Boo is number 1.
Yeah, buddy.
He's been here for years, and he's, we've had our falling out, and he's waiting for the day I say, Boo, pack your shit. There's an apartment and money waiting for you.
Yeah.
8 years ago, he didn't think 8 years ago, 5 years ago, he didn't think with the way we used to drink Fireball and swear that I would even get this far, or PPRN would still be in business, or I'd have the FM gig. He wouldn't think that. Yeah. He did. He thought it was a Mester show.
Well, I always knew that there was something here. I always knew that there was something great here. And getting off of me for a minute, I
bet you wish.
I do want to say that you have every right to be frustrated, and you have every right to be angry about people not showing up. And if people can't understand that, if people can't understand your side, while asking you to bend over backwards to understand their side, if they can't understand your side, then you can't stop feeling how you're feeling just because you're trying to be the good guy here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. And that's the thing. Like, if you can't, then I can book guests, or I can call Rich, or I can call someone to fill in for the night. You know what I mean? Like, all right, we got the 4 of us, and then Ricky's coming. That's fine. We're already almost an hour into the show.
Yeah,
it's fine. I get it. It's just gonna happen. And yes, there's gonna be times where I gotta do it myself, but I don't have news breaks. I don't have I don't have shit to fucking fill.
Yeah.
I gotta come off of you guys,
Basically, what you're really trying to, I think what you're really saying is that, like, if you're not going to be on the show, at least let you know enough in advance so you can book something.
Everybody tells me 20 minutes before.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They should,
It's every week. It's 20 minutes, and then when they don't tell me, I gotta find out. Oh, my bad. Yeah. It's like.
Yeah. Well, like last week you canceled, but the week before that,
that's what I canceled because it was snowing.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But like the week before that, I know I had my kid with the his guinea pig died. And I texted
That's fine,
you earlier
but you
that day.
told
It's
me a
like,
couple
I'm not
hours
gonna be
before.
there. I'm gonna try to be there later.
Right.
And then
But I had
and then my
enough.
ride flaked on me because of the snow, and I was just like, oh, I can't get there. Like if I had my car, I would have been here.
But I had enough to
Of
cover.
course, no, that's what I'm saying. You had a ton of people here, and
You
then,
know what I
then I
mean?
went on the Facebook Live just to be a presence. Like, hey, I'm here, sort of. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
it's hard.
the truth is, we have done this show with just you, me, and Bob at times. So, I mean, it's not as if it can't be done. It's frustrating, but it's not as if it can't be done either. And as far as guests go, well, you know how I feel about that. It's like they need media training, these people, so that
call JBD again.
I got
media training, most of them, because they don't know how to engage. They just know how to talk about. I mean, they can barely even talk about their own music sometimes. So
I know. I got asked by a band if they can come on. I'm like, and I'm not going to put them out there, but you got a vibe of who I'm talking about. Don't say the name.
Oh, that's right. The name that cannot be said. Yes.
Well, you know what band I'm talking about, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll come on," but they got the biggest heart. But it's like a tooth pulling contest when they're here, right?
Yes. Just to get them engaged.
They come in high, first of all. Great bunch of people. And I don't want to give too much out without people know. Great bunch of people, but when you're talking to them, it's like they're not listening.
Yeah.
Well, how can you explain it? Can you explain it better?
Wrangling kittens.
No, it's very much that, Dane. It's very, very much wrangling kittens. Yeah.
Yeah, very much random kittens.
I feel that.
Yeah. And you feel bad because they're trying to promote a product. So they'll and at the end of the day, they'll be here at the end of the month. I can't say no.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know. I know. You can take the night off if you want.
When are they coming in? I'm curious. When are they coming in?
For a Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday.
Yes. I was gonna say,
you
know, I have no idea who you're talking about right now, but
do.
I just like, I probably know them, but I like being here because you know me, I'm a talker. I'll get them going. I'll find
And you know what? Boo. I know. I can see the whites. Listen, maybe Dane is the cure for that, for them.
I'll try.
Maybe so. We'll see. I do want to go back to the public access thing. They approached you and said, "Do you want to do like an hour?" What was the thing? How did they approach you?
They said that the station is dying and that they want to get fresh producers in. And they heard that I do my own stuff, and they were like, "Would you want to incorporate some of your skills or your ideas into helping the station get relived?" They bought a brand new van that can be mobile, so we can do a lot of shit mobile. So there's no difference if I do, because I can bring PPR in the truck. So there's no difference if we do it live on TV and then live on the radio and then live on YouTube. It's just another outlet. It would just be in their studio.
Quick question.
Well, I would certainly encourage. I would certainly encourage you, even if it's just a week thing, to say, you know what, on Tuesday nights we'll be, at.
Oh no, it'll be a Wednesday night. Trust, girl.
Okay, well then
you coming with me.
Thank you. On Wednesday nights, we can say that we'll be on television. On Tuesday nights, we'll be back in the PPRN studio, or they could set up a camera inside the PPRN studio and broadcast. With digital technology nowadays,
it'd be like Wayne's World.
Yeah, but they have better equipment. They have the green screen and all that shit. So
okay, so then
on
Wednesdays we could do it at the public access place, and
and
Tuesdays we could be back at PPRN studio.
I have a very important question about all of this. If you do start going on TV with this show, does that mean we can't say fuck anymore?
I think you can with
public access. Yeah,
you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Have you ever seen New York City public access?
I have not.
It's off, though.
Yeah.
There is nudity. It's crazy.
God damn.
But here's the
awesome.
thing. Here's the thing, though. Let's not take advantage of it.
No, of course not.
Let's not dumb our show. I mean, we don't swear as much as it is now.
How the hell could we dumb this show down?
I'm saying, like, we don't swear a lot now.
Are you calling us dumb?
No,
I'm not dumb, dumbass. I'll kick your ass.
I'm saying we don't swear a lot now, so I'm not saying like if we go on the show, we start f bombing this.
No. I wasn't saying that.
No, I know.
I'm
just saying.
I like the freedom of speech that
You know what?
on
You're
this
gonna
show.
you're gonna be on camera and you're gonna be like, "Ooh, can I say?" Yeah. You can say that.
Awesome.
Listen, it's an idea. If it comes true, it comes true. But it's an idea, and I was asked, and I'll go reapproach them. Like, hey, you know what? Let's give it a shot, even if it's for a month.
Just calling back like I didn't say no. I said I'll sleep on it. You didn't hear me say that?
I didn't really say no. I was just like, well,
I'll think about it.
Let me talk to the guys. And then there I am. Let me talk to the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not showing up. I'm not coming, motherfucker. Because I could fucking put an ad on fucking Craigslist and say, anybody want to be on TV, and there'll be fucking 5 dripping vaginas waiting at the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then there's that whole freak show on the thread. I'm not going to say names. Always about attention to themselves. You know what I'm talking about?
We are going to lose so many people off that thread if they start listening.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Nobody listens.
Well, I try to on Tuesdays when you guys are on.
I wouldn't listen to if I'm on it. You know what I mean? I don't listen to my rebroadcasts.
No?
Yeah. Well, because I did it.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
You know? If I lose, I lose. What am I gaining, boo? 2 shows this week. Nobody showed up. So what am I losing?
Well,
wait till I put a camera in front of that shit. Wait till I put a camera in front of you. See people show up.
I feel like right now I have the same feeling as like on the days when I'd forget to mow the lawn. My dad would come home and be like, "What the fuck did you mow the lawn?" And I wouldn't hear the end of it all night. It would just be like, "Didn't I tell you to mow the lawn? You came home." It's like, "Yeah, I know, Dad. I told you I'd mow the lawn." "Yeah, but I told you to come fucking home mow the lawn." It's like, oh, goddamn.
Mark my words, when I tell people we're going to put a camera in front of it, how many people show up every week?
Oh, they're going to queue up at the door.
Right?
Absolutely.
People will be wanting to be roller skating and Mardi Gras and spitting fire out of their vagina.
They'll have their dad's suit on. Fire!
Yeah.
Well,
to tie up to their fucking nipples.
Oh, but at the same well, you see, you have to also because the excitement and newness of TV rubs or fades away rather quickly once you.
Of course.
So so we might have that excitement for a few weeks, but a month down the line, people will be like, "Oops, my bad."
Well, you know what it is it's exciting in the beginning, and then when they don't see something come out of it, then they're like, "Yeah, whatever."
If we did go to TV, would we do the volcano there?
Volcano?
Yeah.
We do everything we can. We have to do volcano. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Of course, we do volcano. We're gonna do more stunts and bits like that we should be doing. Like we're gonna be doing live on.
I'll wax my chest.
Because if you have the green thing behind you, if you have the green screen behind you, and we send somebody out to like the bar to do what I do, like the audio and shit, you can actually see him.
Right.
In the studio, like you can actually see him in the street, like in the green screen. Right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah,
okay.
We could do that, but I think if we're doing that scenario, we would probably need to make sure to have it on video and not live, because we run this show from 7:30 to 10:30. Who's out at the bars and clubs at 7:30?
I just had kind of a
happy hour.
I just kind of had a funky idea. If you have a green screen, we should try to get like a Weather Channel like map and have like some of the stand-up comics that like come on and do like improv weather reports.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it'll
like
be
just some weird, it's like a weird,
show.
quirky like sketch every
It'll
so
be
often.
a more bidded show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a bit.
It wouldn't be all fucking just off the cuff. It'll be more bidded, like more Dave Sheehan.
Well, if that's the case, that takes more work too. Coming up with funny bits and stuff like that. The more work, the more people are going to be like, "Am I getting paid for this?"
Yeah. Then I'll do bits on my own. I'll go outside and do the fucking street beat shit. Yeah. All that shit I'm getting for Chaz and AJ is all gold. I should be using it.
Well, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
future of
and it's not
radio.
bits every week. We could still do a radio show. We're just gonna have a camera in front of us.
Yeah.
That's all.
It'll basically be like what this is right here.
Yeah.
On the YouTube.
You are doing it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for Stern. It worked for Imus.
Yeah.
All they did stick a
Yeah.
freaking camera in front of the radio show.
Exactly. Yeah. We get 3 cameras in there every week, but we're already on TV.
Yeah.
It's just fucking
internet
millennial
TV.
TV. It's millennial TV where I'm surprised we don't have 1 million subscribers because that's all they watch is YouTube all day.
How are we doing on subscribers on YouTube?
I don't know.
You got to get more
Haven't
cats
checked.
on this channel. That's what it is.
I think we have like 25 or 30 fucking, but we have a lot of hours viewed. So we had, I think we have over 6,000.
There's a very large German
minutes.
audience, if I remember correctly.
That's the radio side. That's still doing strong.
That's awesome. Hello, Germany.
That's still doing strong. No, actually, for
Thank you
some
for
reason, whoever was listening in Germany must have moved to England or whatever, or turned somebody on in England because now England's listening for days straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Beatles. They went to
We
Germany,
had Germany
they got
listening
famous,
for
and they
months.
went back to England.
They kept our ratings like fucking ridiculous. They would never turn the radio off. Like they turned it on one time. They turned it on a Monday. It was like December 1st, and they didn't turn it off until like January 3rd.
Yeah, this American is so angry. He says, "Fuck a lot."
And they listen to every different fucking genre we did, like the sports show, the Saturday morning shows, the mixtape show, the music during the day, our shit.
Nice.
They listen to everything. It's either that or it's ASCAP fucking trying to make sure. But ASCAP's in America though.
Right.
Maybe they have a German division.
I look pretty good with a 10.
When did you get a tan?
I don't got a 10. It's the lighting.
Oh,
Look at that.
okay.
My teeth are still fucked up.
Starting to understand those Mexicans a little better now, aren't you?
Let's explain for the people that don't know. On the thread, Peter said that he loves having illegals make these delicious tacos.
He did say that.
Let me tell you something. First of all, they are illegal.
He's trying to fit in with his next door neighbors.
Go to those trucks, boo. Next time you come, we're going to those trucks.
The trucks are good.
What was it?
Oh, I know food trucks. They have them down here too.
Okay. Here's the irony of it. There's a fucking street full of illegals next to the Amistad. Like there is a whole lot of fucked up America going on one street. You know what I mean? It's like
they're just shipping them in.
They're coming soon in New Haven, the Amistad Apartments.
But you know what?
No blacks allowed.
I would love.
Huh?
The reason why I put that, and when Peter posted that, I posted right after that a gif of Trump saying we need to build a wall. And the thing is, you can't have it both ways. You know, you can't say, "Oh, I love these illegals making these delicious soft tacos for me," and then in the same breath say, "But we need to build a wall."
Well, you know what? If I can't get rid of them, I might as well enjoy what they're doing here. Right or wrong? It's true, right? If we cannot get rid of them, then enjoy what they do best is cook.
Wow, Mexicans cook best, is what you're saying.
Well, they cook good on the go because my people build walls and landscape a lot better than Mexicans do. Portuguese people can build the hell out of a wall and
that is very true.
And landscape and keep our yard clean.
And they speak the language.
Well, it's a different language.
But at the same
Brazilians
time,
are the lazies.
Well, I say I agree with you. You know, if they're here, they might as like we're all trying to make a good, honest living, and we're all trying to survive the best way we know how.
I'm tired of fighting of keeping them out of here. So if they're here, get in a fucking truck and make my $1.50 chorizo taco.
As long as they're here making good tacos.
Exactly. And you know what?
You can stay.
Yeah. And you can tell when you're at an authentic Mexican restaurant because there's no ground beef and it bothers the fuck out of me. I don't want chunks or shredded beef in my taco. Like me and Ricky went to a Mexican restaurant the other day and it was authentic, and I'm like, I get my enchiladas and I'm pulling out chunks of steak. I'm like, If I wanted steak, I would have fucking ordered steak.
It's more like
you
it's
want
more
the
like
ground
pulled
beef?
I want
pork.
ground beef in my. I want Americanized Mexican food. You know.
Taco Bell.
Then the next time you're in one, say, if I don't get fucking ground beef in this taco, I'm calling ICE.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. There's a kitchen full that'd be going away. I could wipe out half of New Haven by just calling ICE right now. Just that fucking street alone, because not only do the Mexicans work there illegally, all the illegals that are still hanging out at Home Depot waiting for a job during the day congregate there at lunch too. Like amigo.
And when the 6 o'clock news asked you why you did it, you said they wouldn't put fucking ground beef in my Fuck 'em.
Yeah. There's no, but see, these Mexicans, they do it, they chunk up the meat nicely, though. It's not like I don't like big chunks of meat, if that makes any sense. But when they make their tacos, boo, these tacos aren't just regular tacos. These things are amazing, man.
Really?
And you got to get the chorizo ones too. Like you get half chorizo, half carne. Oh, and then they fucking give you a fucking cooked jalapeno in the middle of it, and it's amazing.
Do you ever tell them you get to stay?
You okay, gringo? Yeah, you can stay. You can stay.
This right here, this is your green card.
Yeah,
right here.
You okay? Produce.
You call your truck Visa Taco.
Visa taco.
Oh shit.
But you know what though? Is if they're here, just let them stay, I guess. Right?
I 100% agree with
If they're here, let them stay, I guess. I'm the fight I'm getting. It's not that I don't want to stop it. I just, if they're here, okay, fine. They got through.
This is going to sound really funny, but I watch a lot of movies. So I use a lot of movie quotes in my life. And one thing that's always kind of stuck with me was of all movies, Crocodile Dundee. There's a scene where when he's talking to the girl, the reporter, she asks him like his stance on like politics and like the arms race and stuff like that. And he says this little like anecdote about how like there's a belief in like, tribal cultures that like, the rocks and the mountains have been here long before us and they'll be here long after us. So everything else is just basically a bunch of bullshit. And that's kind of the way I look at it a lot of times. It's like when I see people complain like, oh, we need to build a wall and keep all these people out of our land. It's like, since when is it yours? You're borrowing this shit until you die.
Here comes Rich. You know what I was watching today? I was watching on the news, and you know the new fence that he put up. They put up earlier 2 years ago, whatever. The one that looks like sideways metal slabs that you can reach through.
Yeah.
I'm watching this lady. She's got to be 300 pounds. They're supposed to be coming from a country that's depriving them of food, clothing. She's got a brand new red hoodie on. She's about 300 pounds, and she's
probably got an iPhone 10.
huggy bear in this fucking fence, and she's trying to pull her kid up with her. What are you running from? There's no way you ate that much in an oppressed country.
They were fattening her up for the feast. She was running away from
this bitch. You think this bitch would put more effort into a fucking treadmill to keep her heart healthy?
Well,
she scaled this fucking fence, boo, like a motherfucker. Holy shit.
Well, if you had drug cartels chasing after you with semi-automatic weapons, you'd scale a fucking fence yourself. That's all I'm saying. And I know that we're just kidding around and fucking around with it, but I mean, really, that's why they're coming here. It's not because they're dying of food deprivation. Clearly, this 300-pound woman, could use to fast for a few days. But
maybe she should do some of that coke, lose some weight.
That's what I'm saying. Bitch could climb though.
I bet you could cook.
I bet she could.
Give her the energy to get over that fence.
Yeah, but you know what's even more fucked up is now that you do say you make it. Yeah. Say you make it. Where do you go? Like you can't just go to the 7-Eleven and hang out. Right? Unless you got family, where do you go?
Yeah, they have the wrong accent for 7-Eleven.
So now you got to walk to I can't find a DCF office without looking it up. So how do they know where to go?
Oh, Oh, it's out there like freaking urban legend, man.
It's got to be like a map, right?
I was talking to somebody who flew on business to Puerto Rico frequently,
right?
And he said that there were signs in the airport in San Juan that told you where to go in Hartford, Connecticut.
Really?
For social services.
All right, so say you land in Bradley, you still got to get to Hartford.
Nobody comes into Bradley, though.
I know.
And that's the other thing. I mean, you were talking about Connecticut here. Connecticut is a long ways away from the southern border. So are we talking about people crossing the southern border? Are we talking about people that are coming in on boats? Are we talking about people who are crossing the northern border? What are we talking about here?
We're talking about people that's coming in from the southern border. Where are they going once they cross? There is people from Mexico and Connecticut. I swear to God, the taco truck, nobody speaks English.
I bet they have family up there.
They really should reinforce the Connecticut border, though. I don't like those New Jersey people anymore.
And you know what? They can come on a boat. They can come up from Florida and go around New York and go into the.
Well, the way they get up here is they start in Florida because they're migrant workers.
Right.
They'll start picking
strawberries,
seasonal fruit, seasonal whatever in Florida, and then they'll go up to Georgia and do it, and they follow the season all the way up, and then it ended up being in Connecticut. It was tobacco was back in the day.
That's right.
But that's how they migrated up here.
And I understand they got family. Like, all right, come to Connecticut, and he put him in the truck, and there's like 13 in a truck. Boo. I don't know how they make any money. But you know what? Like, they make money, and they feed their families on. You know what they do? They go to Aldi's. They buy a fucking ridiculous fucking size fucking tortilla fucking bag, and they'll buy the 230 packs of eggs and whatever else, and they'll fucking feed their whole families on that, and everybody's happy. And then they'll save the good food to sell to make money. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying it's too many coming at once. It's like, it's crawling with them.
But that's what Fox News would have you believe, though, Peter.
But my mom and dad did it right, though. That's what gets me mad too, man.
I trust me. I've got friends who've come in legally.
My mom and dad are fucking.
There's
legal.
nobody more pissed off than them,
right?
Because I know people's taking 10 or 12 years to come in here legally.
And I think it's more of the being able to get benefits and the road to fight. We have felons that can't vote, but we have illegals that can. You know what I mean? It's not that we hate us people like Rich and I. It's not that we hate the people that are coming in.
No.
We hate the fact that they get all these things. Like when I wanted to get food stamps for 6 months once when I lost my job, I was told no because Ricky makes too much.
You don't like it's not that you don't like the people, you don't like the policy.
I don't.
That's
why couldn't I get food stamps for 6 months? Ricky wasn't my wife at the time. I was by myself. I was just moving in with Ricky. I wanted food stamps, no money, nothing. I just wanted food for myself. And I couldn't get it. My mother and father fucking paid visa dues every year, had to renew their visas, had to renew my brother's visa, had to do it right every year, had to take a test and become a citizen every year. That's what gets me mad. And then these guys come in and some open bodegas, some fucking come in and get benefits like out of their ass.
It's the shortcuts. I mean, I don't mind. This country was built on immigrants.
Right.
People came in here, my grandparents, and they come in legally. I just don't like somebody coming in here short-circuiting the system and we got to pay for it.
And you know how they did it back in the day is men came over first. They left their children and wife behind. They came, they established. They got their green card. They got some money. They mailed it back. They sent for their family. They were separated from this is the whole fucking separation thing about they were my father was separated from my mother and my brother for 2 years. And back then when you had to mail a letter to Portugal, it cost you $15. That's how much it cost for stamps to mail across seas. And for 2 years couldn't see and then you get they're separating the babies. Like my brother was separated from my dad for 2 years. As a child, he was a baby. Yeah. Because he came and did it right. That's where I get pissed off. I can't speak for Rich. Yeah. But my brother and father were separated for 2 and my mother was separated from her husband for 2 years.
But I think the difference there was that he came over alone willfully.
He came over and did it right.
Yeah. was these people. The reason
They're
there's
just coming
well,
over.
the reason that there's upset though is that they're like being like the families are being torn apart like right in front of each other.
Right, but that's their fault for throwing rocks and dragging their kid across the canal.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have to cut you off only because, again, these people aren't coming over here just for their health. They're literally running from drug cartels. That is what's happening, and it's so much more complicated than saying, "Oh, we're coming over just to take your benefits away from you." As far as doing things the quote unquote right way and not taking shortcuts, there are plenty of examples of people in power that take shortcuts all the time and screw over the system all the time.
One came out today, as a matter of fact.
Exactly. And that's why
she's going to jail.
What are you sniffing?
Oh, I don't know. It's the panties. Sakuzi. I hope she goes to jail, by the way. Bitch.
Which one?
Casio.
The Ocasio Cortez with the
$1 million.
$1 million that they funneled.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then she's on fucking TV.
She's the world's only living fucking brain donor. She's we gotta have a pool of what
This isn't what Mrs. fucking Clear the Ozone did.
Okay.
She's doing a fucking interview with Fox News, walking out of a tarmac. Why did you take a plane? Well, I didn't want my constituents to be mad. Didn't you just talk about farting cows and getting rid of planes? She's going down.
She's dumb as a box of rocks.
If she gets caught with this $1 million, she's done. No, and listen, there's two sides to the argument, and I get they're running from cartels, but if our president were to get involved in trying to get rid of those cartels, our Congress would block them and blah blah blah. It's just the whole big thing. We're never gonna get rid of cartels, but
we could if we legalize drugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
You're right.
Good call.
You're right. And if we became fucking Holland, we would fucking be fine.
Yeah.
Or Amsterdam.
Right. But that's never going to happen because there's money in keeping it illegal.
But there's more money in taxes than there is in what they get from these cartels, isn't there?
Well, I'm with you. I agree.
Yeah.
But try and convince Congress of that, and
try to convince the big pharma.
Try
to convince big pharma of that, and they're paying off all the congressmen.
The problem is the politicians are too greedy. So what's going to happen is they were just talking about this morning on the radio. In Connecticut, they want to pass. They want to create more marijuana sales. They're going to tax the shit out of it to the point where it's going to be cheaper for people to go to drug dealers.
No, they're going to just go to Massachusetts.
Or go
and you know what? Speaking of that, before we take our break, I was listening to a radio show today that was talking about how now they're prescribing Special K for depression.
I saw that.
I'm like, okay, so basically the pharmaceutical companies aren't even hiding the fact that they're drug pushers now. I mean, really, they're not even hiding. Giving Special K. What's next? Crystal meth?
Now, isn't that's like horse tranquilizer, isn't it? Ketamine?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I don't know, but I mean, it's like they're not even trying to, tie it in a pretty bow and say this is for your help. No, they're prescribing Special K to depression people because it makes them feel better. And my thing is that's why drugs will always be illegal here, because the pharmaceutical companies are making a killing off of being the drug pushers that they're trying to put out of business on the street corners. So that's why we've had such a huge fight in this country over fucking marijuana, of all things.
If you can line the pockets of a politician, you can make policy.
All right, let's take a little break, and then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be live on Facebook. And give us about 5 minutos. Okay. Sí, señor. Yeah, I gotta mute you. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
No, I gotta mute fucking YouTube. All right.